Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're stepping right out of the modern world and into an era of deep, rolling mist, towering mountains, and really profound human emotion. We're going to look at a timeless record of the Joseon era, which was carefully curated by the genius writer Ho Gyun in his classic anthology. But, this isn't just about looking at some beautiful scenery. We're going to explore this incredible concept of oneness with nature, that uniquely Eastern sense of romanticism, and we'll dive into the brilliant mind of a man who managed to crystallize the sheer chaos of his era into breathtaking poetry.
I want you to hold on to a question for me right out of the gate. When the light of truth pours down, who catches it first? It's a pretty profound philosophical thought, isn't it? As we journey through the cinematic landscapes of the Joseon Dynasty's mountains today, we're going to uncover the answer to that. But to truly feel the serene beauty of the poetry we're about to explore, we first have to understand the chaotic, turbulent world its authors somehow miraculously navigated.
Section 1. The Scholar and the Storm, forged in the fires of a falling dynasty. Seok-rin's life evolution is, honestly, genuinely awe-inspiring. Born in 1338, he was way more than just a scholar. At just 19 years old, he was a prodigy compiling state history. By 30, he actually gets banished for refusing to flatter a corrupt, powerful monk. But then, look at what happens at age 40. He becomes this hardened military strategist defending the capital from invaders. By 50, he's a compassionate visionary creating a nationwide welfare system of relief granaries to literally save people from famine. And by 54, he becomes a founding architect and royal peacemaker for the brand new Joseon dynasty. So he was definitely far from a frail academic just confined to a desk. During a really terrifying invasion by Japanese pirates, when panicked generals were preparing to retreat, Seok-rin stepped right up with fierce leadership and issued a chilling command. He was a warrior who literally burned his own bridges to cut off retreat, forcing his army to fight with desperate fury to save the nation. Section 2. Architect of a dynasty, engineering peace in a royal blood feud. Fast forward a bit, and his diplomatic genius truly shines during one of Joseon's darkest hours. Following a really bloody royal family feud known as the First Strife of Princes, the founding king, Taejo, retreated to Hamhung in a blinding rage against his son. Seok-rin, wielding just immense public trust and a deep friendship with the king, stepped right into this deadly crossfire. Armed with nothing but wisdom, he appealed to fatherly duty and brokered a historic reconciliation with King Taejong, basically saving the royal family from destroying itself. Section 3. The Mountain of Maple Peaks, entering the canvas of nature.
Now, let's step out of the royal courts and into nature. Fascinatingly, Mount Gimgang itself actually changes identity with the seasons. In spring, it's called Gimgangsan, the Diamond Mountain. In summer, it's Bongrasan, the abode of immortals. In winter, it becomes Gogolsan, the stark mountain of bare bones. But our focus today is on its absolute autumn glory, Pungaksan, the mountain of maple peaks blazing in these gorgeous crimson hues. This right here is the canvas for Seok-rin's masterpiece.
Section 4. Ascending to the Light, the masterpiece of Pungaksan. Listen closely to the words he wrote. 10,000 peaks rise, 12,000 in all, each with its own height, high or low by nature. You can almost feel the immense scale of those 12,000 peaks washing over you, right? He's gazing out at these jagged crests, recognizing the vast, quiet majesty of the natural world. And then the climax. Look, my friend, as the sun climbs into view, the tallest summit catches its crimson glow first. It is such a breathtaking visual. Picture the cold, dark mountain suddenly ignited by a deep red dawn, touching only the absolute highest point before finally spilling down into the valleys below. Section 5. Catching the truth first, decoding the philosophical metaphor. Okay, let's dive into this and decode what's actually going on, because understanding Seong's Neo-Confucian worldview is absolutely crucial here. When he writes about the high and low peaks, he isn't just talking about rocks. He is making this incredibly sophisticated observation about the natural hierarchy and the overarching order of the universe. He's saying that while all things coexist in ultimate cosmic equality, human talents, temperaments, and capacities are uniquely and inherently varied. And this is where the metaphor just perfectly shines. The sun doesn't just represent morning light, it represents absolute truth, the ultimate Dal, or the universal benevolence of a ruler. And the tallest summit? That represents the individual, the minister, the scholar, the seeker, who has elevated their own mind through ceaseless, relentless self-discipline. The sun shines impartially on everyone for sure, but the summit that has reached the highest, that's the one that catches the light first.
It's really no wonder historical critics completely lauded this piece. Seok-rin, who curated this poem, celebrated its grand and magnificent spirit. Classical texts like the Chengku Punga and Soshwa Sipyong viewed it not just as mere scenery, but as a highly sophisticated blueprint for personal refinement and academic devotion. They recognized it as a brilliant metaphor for how our human character dictates our variability to grasp the truth. So, what is the ultimate takeaway from this explainer? The timeless lesson of Seok-rin's life and poetry is this. To become a visionary leader, to truly make an impact on your era, you must first painstakingly elevate your own character above the rest. Like a silent, empty bamboo forest just waiting for the wind, the prepared, cultivated mind encounters absolute truth first. Which brings us right back to our opening thought. When the light of truth finally pours down upon the world, have we elevated our minds high enough to be the very first to receive it? It's a profound challenge to reflect on our own self-cultivation. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through history, poetry, and philosophy. If you found this explainer as fascinating as I did, make sure to like and subscribe so we can keep uncovering these timeless masterpieces together. I'll see you on the next one.